All right, guys, we are recording. So this is our Friday live for Momentum Makers. And for Momentum Makers, we usually do a live in the group Monday, Wednesday, Friday. However, we're having difficulties with lives, and I thought, you know what? I want to make it where they still have an opportunity to hop on and see me live, where we can talk. Let me get chat pulled up, where we can talk, and if they have questions, we can, go over stuff. And then I'll be putting this replay in Momentum Makers as soon as we're done. So that way it still works the same, but we are doing Zooms at least for today and Monday and next Wednesday. We're hoping by next Thursday this is fixed. Anyways, just kind of like what's going on. Good morning, you guys. Let me admit a few more people hopping on. Hey, y'all. But it is Friday. And you know that means we're going to have a Weekend Warrior Challenge. Weekends are the easiest time for people to check out for whatever reason. I mean, it just is. And so the Weekend Warrior Challenge, it just gives us something to kind of focus in on and to push ourselves because you're in March Madness. This is the first Friday of March, the first follow-up Friday, the first weekend. And I told you, we're treating every day like it's the last day of the month. Hey, Jordan, good morning. And so with that being said, we're going to have our Weekend Warrior Challenge. We're going to be plugged in, leaned in, ready to go because, man, I'm just telling you guys, March is the month that people in network marketing can completely change their entire business. So, P.S. I put this, like the meeting ID on my stories. So if you're watching this and you're like, yeah, I saw it from stories. If you're not in Momentum Makers, guys, that is a completely free Facebook group. If you want to be put in there, just let us know. We'll get you added. Hey, Helen. Good morning, sunshine. All right. I'll keep watching participants to get people added in, but happy Friday, guys. As always, before we get started with this, we practice our gratitude. 5 things we are grateful for that happened in the last 24 hours. Hey, Betty, good morning. For me, Friday is the easiest day for me to practice my gratitude because I'm like, it's Friday. Like I'm automatically grateful. And I don't even know why, because I work from home and maybe it's because my daughter doesn't have schoolwork and I don't know, but I'm still like that. And I will tell you this, even whenever I retired from teaching, I mean, years after I retired from teaching, I hated Mondays so much whenever I was teaching that Mondays was the one day that I was like, I'm staying in my pajamas all day. I'm not getting, like, I refused. I was like, I'm going to be a couch potato because I work from my phone, right? I was like, I'm going to be a couch potato. I'm living in my pajamas, sleeping all day. And I would do that on a Monday because I hated Mondays so much. Is that not so weird? So maybe, I don't know what my issue is, but Friday, it's just easy for me to practice gratitude. I'm like, I'm grateful it's Friday. So anyways, 5 things we're grateful for that happened in the last 24 hours. I tell you guys this all the time. That is truly what changed my life in 2017 when I was in one of my deepest valleys, practicing gratitude, learning how to practice gratitude. Because whenever I would hear people talk about it, I would just think of things I was grateful for. My husband, my daughter, my house, my dogs, like whatever. And they're like, no, it's specific things that happened in the last 24 hours. Some days it's easy, but if you have a hard day or if things are not going your way, it can be hard to think of one thing that you're grateful for that happened in the last 24 hours. And I was keeping a journal in 2017, and I still have it. And I mean, it was so sad where I was mentally. The things that I said in that journal, oh my gosh. I pray that, like, the reason why I kept it is for me to look back and see how far I've come. I was in such a dark place. But what I did is I got another journal, and that's where I started practicing my gratitude. And I'm telling you guys, my life changed because of this simple practice. 5 things you're grateful for that happened in the last 24 hours. I get that some of you are like, I can just think of it in my head. If you have time, write them down, because, and even if you're like, I I don't see how it can be that much of a game changer. Give it 30 days and you'll see. There's so much power in practicing gratitude. Okay, I think I've talked enough about it. 5 things you're grateful for that happened in the last 24 hours. So today is, hey Brenda, good morning. Today is Follow-Up Friday. So I know that a lot of you guys, let me pull chat up. Brenda said, so true. I definitely need to work on my mental status with the fibro issues I'm having. I think it goes hand in hand. I can't even imagine. Like I have, a couple days of pain in my body and I'm like, I'm dying. Like I can't deal with pain. I'm in the worst moods. So I cannot even imagine that. But yes, gratitude, it truly, man, just one of those things. I'm like, just give me 30 days of it. So for the first Follow-Up Friday in March, what speed are you bringing into it? That's your choice. It's always your choice what speed you want to go. Now, I can't remember if in Momentum Makers we talked about it. I know in Momentum Masters we did. I think we did in Momentum Makers. But where you go back through February to get your story viewers and you see like who was watching my stories in February. Guys, there were people that did that and they're like, Kayla, there's people that religiously watch every single one of my stories and I didn't even know they were watching me. Or there's people that's like, I have 11 pages front and back of people that are watching my stories that are not with my company. Sorry, I almost said one of the company names that are not with my company. And I'm like, it starts. I tell you guys all the time, you're never going to regret being intentional, like ever. And being intentional always pays off. So for this Follow-Up Friday, I want you to get back into that story archive. For those that don't know how to do it, let's just show you real quick. So on Facebook, if you want to get to your story archive on Facebook, here's Facebook. Right up here is where you would add to your story. You're just going to hold down where you would add to your story and it pops up story archive. Okay. That's on Facebook. Now for Instagram, it's a little bit different. You have to go to your profile on Instagram. You click on the 3 lines in the top right corner and you click on archive. Okay. So a little bit different, go to profile, click on the 3 dots or 3 lines and go to archive. That's how you get to your archive. Look at who has been watching your stories this week and write their names down. Anytime you can write a name down, like there's power behind pen to paper. So write their names down and follow up with them today. And it's like, but I don't know what to follow up with them. I'll get to that. Okay, also look back at your statuses. Who has liked your statuses? Who has commented on your statuses? Even if it's like, it's not a, product status. It's not a opportunity status. Guys, if they're showing you support, then we want to move that to Messenger. If they are showing you support, you want to be having conversations with them, whether it's about your product or about your business or about your kids or about your dogs or about your life or an inspirational quote or whatever that you're posting. The whole reason why I tell you guys to do Core 4 every single day, and part of Core 4 is statuses and stories, is to kill your Follow-Up Friday. Because whenever we go back and Follow-Up Friday and we're like, okay, who liked and commented, who watched our stories, you have content ready to see who did that. Like you have names to write down. And part of the reason why with Core 4 on statuses, I'm like, don't just post about your company and your product, post about who you are, what makes you tick, what's your 3 to 5 things. And so that way, even people that like and comment on that, which they're more apt to do, we all know this, and it's what makes you relatable, you can move conversations in Messenger with that too. Okay, now before I get into searching Messenger, let me just, we'll go ahead. I'll come back. I'm trying to stay with what I originally put down as my guideline, but I really want to go off into left field. Okay, so story viewers, likes, comments, searching Messenger for keywords. Have you done that this month yet? And if you're like, but I do that every month, please understand March is different. Like, that's all I can tell you. March is different. If you're like, I search my, Messenger for those keywords that I usually say all the time, and I'm talking to those people like every single month, do it again this month. People's lives change every 6 months, but they really change in March. And some of you know what I'm talking about with income taxes and with possible stimulus checks. And guys, I mean, when we're having these conversations, with people right now. We are openly saying, like, whenever they're like, oh no, I don't have any money. We're like, oh no, we completely understand. A lot of people join this because, they're tired of being broke. When is a good time just to check back in with you? And the reason why we're saying that, because a lot of them say, oh, well, I get my income taxes in like 2 Fridays. Oh, I get my, if we get the stimulus check, or some people are like, well, all of my income taxes have to go on bills or whatever. Completely understand. We say, no, we get it. We have a lot of people that are actually using some of their stimulus check to invest in themselves and get started. So that way we can make sure this year isn't a year like last year where we struggle every single month. Would that be an option for you? And if they say yes, I get we don't know when stimulus checks or if stimulus, like I know all of that. We're not making this political. But if they say yes, that lets you know the only thing holding them back is money. So you go and you put them in your March calendar and you start, building that relationship with them and building that confidence with them. 9 out of 10 times, it's not money that's holding them back. It's confidence and fears. So when you start building that, they find the money. People find the money for what they want. Anyways, search Messenger. I told y'all I knew I was probably going to go in left field. Search Messenger for keywords to bring up old conversations. Also, one of the things I do with my potentials, actually with anybody that works one-on-one with me, I do this to you guys too. I change their nickname to have an emoji in front. I change their name on Messenger to have an emoji in front of their name. All you do is you click on their name, and I think you click nicknames, and it lets you put whatever you want as their name. And the reason why I do that is because then when I go into Messenger, I can just search for that specific emoji and it pulls up all my potentials. For my one-on-one people, I go in there and I search for that emoji and it pulls up all the people I work one-on-one with, because I talk to them multiple times every single day, and it helps me make my life easier. So yes, I do see you change their nickname. So always change it to like something fun, like a fire or just something fun. Yep. Let me get caught up in chat. I know, Jordan, there's a lot of people that have been having issues with internet right now and just stuff like that I've been working with. I know it makes it so hard. Brenda said, yes, pen to paper. Yes, girl, yes. Yeah. Yes, get serious with statuses and stories. Sorry, for those watching the replay, they're like, Kayla, we can't see chat, so we have no idea what you're saying yes to. We're saying yes to get serious on statuses and stories. All right, keep going. Have your calendar with you. So whenever we're doing this follow-up Friday, and like I said, what's the speed you're going to bring into it? What's the intention you're going to bring into it? You choose that. I can just tell you it's going to pay off. So you have your calendar with you. My daughter has messed up everything. There's everything on top of my calendar. So you have your calendar with you and you're ready to go, because people that you follow up with today, a lot of them cannot join today, but you're going to say, that's okay. When's a good date to check back in with you? Is it okay? We've been doing this a lot with my one-on-one people. Is it okay to check back in with you around mid-month? A lot. Like the 15th probably has a ton of names with people that we've been asking that to. Is it okay to check back in with you around mid-month, around the 15th? And they're like, yeah, for sure. I get that some people's like, yes, that will, put me off until the 15th. But there's power behind them choosing a date. So just understand that too. Like all these little things, they work. I'm telling you them for a reason. So have your calendar with you. And like I said, if they can't today, when can they? And here's the message that most of us have been sending out. And it is simply just, hey, whatever their name is. Hey, Sally. Y'all know mine is always Sally. Hey, Sally, I wanted to connect with you super quick. I have my March specials opening up with my business. Y'all can tell who I work a lot with one-on-one because we do these messages all the time. I have my March specials getting ready to open this week. I just want the details. ? Send. I was wondering if you may just want the details to see if anything could be a good fit for you. ? Send the details, like however you want to do it. Hey, Sally, I'm getting ready to have my March specials open up. I was wondering if you may just want to look at the details to see if anything could be a good fit for you. Send. Now what's cool is just pure human curiosity gets them to say yes. What's also cool is if you can get someone to saying yes, you can keep them saying yes. Typically, it's easier anyways. That's why we start with that message. That's why we ask them if they want details first. Because if you can get them to saying yes, it's easier to keep them saying yes. So how many people today can you send that super simple message to? And also, it doesn't feel spammy when you're not like, hey girl, you're so pretty, you'd be so awesome on my team. Or, hey girl, I don't know. Like, you don't feel spammy when you're just like, hey, I've got my March specials opening up this weekend. I just wanted to see if you may want the details to see if anything's a good fit for you. And we make it about them. Now I'm going to walk you through this entire message, okay? So, hey, just wanted to see if you want the details. They come back and say, yes. That's when you say, because guys, we've got to start making it more about them. It's like they need to do more of the talking than you. So you ask them, what is your main focus? What is your main focus right now with whatever your product helps with? Weight loss, energy, mood support, skin issues, dry skin. Oh my gosh, my skin is so dry right now. But anyways, dry skin, oily skin, hair care. So what would be hair care? Growing your hair out, thickening your hair. I know my Color Street girls on here. So what is do you like pastel colors? Do you like bright colors? Just so I can send you over the best nail options for you to choose from. You just make it about them. Somebody's drawn. It's okay. You're good. You make it about them though. And then they tell you and you get them to open up. Okay. So what is your main focus? They tell you, then you're going to relate to them. I was the same way. Or I like the same ones for my nails, for my Color Street. I like the same ones. Let me grab you some of my top favorites and tell me what you think. Or I was the same way. I actually have a couple of combo packs that I think you would absolutely love. Is there a certain budget that you're wanting to stay into or stay within? Now, we took the budget message off yesterday. I don't know if anybody works one-on-one with me noticed that or not. We took the budget message off because I just wanted to kind of trial and error it on if we did not give them a budget, like that message, if we skipped that and went straight to the 3 options, it didn't work bad. I mean, we were signing people. So I'm still kind of playing around with that to see if I want to take the budget message out. Just FYI. But usually I would say, is there a certain budget that you're wanting to stay within? Because I just wanted to keep that convo going. I just wanted to keep going back and forth a little bit more before I sent them options. So if you do go with that, they give you a budget. Now you have their goals and their budget. If you have those 2 things, you can build a combo. Like that is your ammo to make sure that you serve them. You're not just going straight in with the biggest pack. You're not just going straight in with, here's my website with 10,000 products. Like, y'all, there is not a network marketing company out there that has a good website. And we all know it. Like, nobody goes to a network marketing website and is like, oh my gosh, this makes me want to buy everything and join. Like, no. People, like, just no. No. Like, I can't say it enough. So don't send people to your website. Anyways, you want to control that conversation. Find out their goals. Find out their budget. And then whenever you do that, you can give them those few options. You want to just keep it all right there in conversation. Even if it's, here's my favorite pastel color nails, which that would be me. Like, I love pastels. Here's my favorite pastel color nails, especially for spring. Here's my favorite, like, super bright, fun nails. I'm talking to y'all know with the nails. But if it's health and wellness, here's my favorite packs. We give them the retail price. Usually it's this price, but right now with my March discount, it's only the discounted price. Okay? You do 3, at least 3. Yes, most websites they're just no, don't do that. But you give them the best, better, and good options. Yes. Yes, Jacob, I can totally see that because y'all know how, oh, sorry for those watching the replay. Jacob said he heard about a girl that had an amazing closing ratio that was never sending people to their website. Guys, I tell you all the time, conversations is what leads to conversions. Like, that's fact. It's not like an opinion. Like, that's 100% fact. Conversation is what leads to conversion because it's a form of customer service. Like, when you're taking that time to figure out their goals and their budget and really like, what do you think about, even with Color Street, what do you think about these nails? And then be like, I don't know. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. What do you think about these? And you just have that conversation. It's going to lead more to conversions than just sending people to your website every single time. Sorry, I put chat down so I could like talk to y'all for a second. Yeah, she knows all their favorite colors, tastes, etc. Exactly. You're building the relationship. And a lot of people, they're like, don't you think I need to build a relationship before I mention my company or product? And I just want to be like, we're going to build the relationship while we're talking about the company and product. What are you talking about? Like, you serve them. It is your job to serve them. That customer service is your job. So you're going to build the relationship. Like, I can promise you that, because whenever you say my March specials are opening up and then you find out what their main goals are, there's no quicker way to build a relationship with someone and whenever they're vulnerable and tell you what their goals are, especially in health and wellness, or whenever they tell you their favorite colors, or whenever they tell you, like, you guys get what I'm saying. So that's kind of the message flow. You give them the best, better, and good option. I'm sorry, I got off track. So March specials are opening up. Do you want the details? They say yes. Okay, awesome. What's your main goals? What are you wanting to focus on as far as blank, blank, and blank? They answer that. Got it. I'm looking at a couple combo packs that I think you would love. Is there a certain budget that you're wanting to stay within? Okay, awesome. I'm going to send you over my top 3 picks. You send them over. You on each one of them, they're a new paragraph or a new, like, you enter down. On each one of them, you're giving the retail price. It's usually this much. Right now, I've got my March discount that makes it only this much. And then you end with, which one sounds best to you, though? They come back and answer. Okay, awesome. Do you want me to walk you through grabbing that real quick, customizing that real quick, or do you want me to put it in for you on my end? And if they say, well, I don't really have the money for it, right? Completely. If they say they don't have the money for it, completely okay. When will you? When's a good time to check back in with you, since we know this is the pack we want to go with? Okay. So that's the message flow. And then the last thing I'm going to talk to you guys about, I think it's the last thing. Yeah. The last thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is Friendly Friday. Some of you know this. We add at least 10 new friends. I think I put on here 5 to 10. I did. So at least 5. Add 5 to 10 new friends today. Today. The reason why you're doing this is because you're being intentional again. You're going to be interacting with them solid for the next week or so, okay? For the next week, you're going to be interacting with them. Please add quality people. Like, go look at their profiles. Go look, make sure they're posting so you have something to interact with. I like adding people that have active stories. Like, that's the quickest way for me to follow and add on Facebook and Instagram. If I see their little story icon is lit up, and so I know their story's active, I'm like, okay, they're active. And to be honest with you, sometimes I would just go by that. And then if I went and I watched their stories and it was creepy and weird, I would delete them real quick. Like, I was like, oops, sorry, no. But if I was just trying to get through this part, then I would do that, and then go back. Make sure to write their names down as they accept your friend request. Interact with them for the next week, and then watch what happens when you message them next week and say, hey, I'm having my spring break specials open up. Would you like the details? It's crazy. It's crazy how this little tool of just Friendly Friday, we have Follow-Up Friday, we have Friendly Friday. This little tool of Friendly Friday, adding 5 to 10 friends every single Friday. And what a lot of people do is they have an event Thursday night. So they message them on Thursday and they're just like, hey, you may not be interested at all, but I just wanted to see if you wanted an invite to see what I do for my side gig, just to check it out. And since you've been interacting with them all week, they're like, yeah, for sure, I'll check it out. And now you have guests to your event every single week. My goal when I was in network marketing was two strong guests on my event every single week. And man, that changed my business. Like, I'm just letting you guys know, just 2 strong guests on my event every single week changed my business. So I wanted to make sure, Brenda, like you're the host to post queen. Jordan said, I'm bad at adding new friends. It's one of those things that you're not good or bad at. It's just being intentional with it. Like, I mean, truly that's all it is. I don't know where I don't know. I haven't done Zoom in too long. I can't find my little, there it is. Okay. Did that yesterday and I was surprised how responsive people were to that. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like with those types of messages, they're very, I don't know. It's like they're not spammy. They're not cold messages. It doesn't feel like there's many strings attached. When people ask me to be a guest, and don't just mass invite me, but when they message me and say, hey, Kayla, I'm doing this event and I just was wondering if you may want to check it out. I'm like, for sure. Pampered Chef? Yes. I don't need nothing from Pampered Chef, but I'm going to be in there because why not? If they message me and ask me, I'm going in that group. So take the time to message. And like I said, my goal every week was 2 quality people. And so Friendly Friday set me up for that. Follow Up Friday set me up for signing people, set my calendar up for signing people throughout the entire month. So for this Friday, first Friday of March, what speed are you bringing into it? What intention are you bringing into it? That's up to you. But I'm telling you right now, if there was ever a month to go all in, to go as fast as you can, and I know I keep saying it, it's March. And depending on stimulus checks, it may be April too, if stimulus checks come out towards the end of March, April. Brenda, I could go broke in Pampered Chef. I think we have everything they have. All right, guys, any questions at all? Let me go ahead and stop the recording because let me think if I need to do a recap. Follow Up Friday. Follow up like a beast. Follow up like a beast. Friendly Friday, add your 5 to 10 friends. If you missed how to follow up, we went over exact messaging examples. The easiest one is, I've got my March specials opening. I just wanted to see if you may want the details to see if anything could be a good fit for you. By far, easiest message. Okay, let me stop share. All right. How do you carry through with the convo when people message you about their product and you're truly not interested? We just talk about something else. Like we would talk about just anything else. It could be, why does this look weird? It could be our kids. It could be weather. It could be life. It could be spring break. It could be summer. Spring break's the easiest one to message right now. Do you guys have any fun plans for spring break? Just messaging that. It could legit be anything. So I just switched the combo around. Good question, though. Good question. And here's the thing. If they message me about their product and then they're not willing to talk to me about spring break, summer, kids, dogs, whatever, I'm deleting them. How rude. You're going to message me about your product and then not want to have a conversation with me? No. I delete them. Such a good question, though, because a lot of us get that. All right, guys, we did the recap. I'm going to